Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and the Defenders, issue number 1. Now, this is the 2017 version of the Defenders, all right? So don't go looking for Doctor Strange and the Hulk to be in this because they're not here. Neither Silver Surfer nor Namor, right? Anyway, so we get to see that Luke Cage is taking a little walk, a mosey down the street, and some girls are like, oh my God, it's Luke Cage, so cute. And that's not really what they say, and I don't really talk like that. I don't. Anyway, so they see him, and they're like, talking with him, and all of a sudden a missile comes out of nowhere. He gets the girls to safety, tells them to call the police. He runs on top of this building, the roof where it came from, and it's just a remote control missile, and there's some diamonds laying on the ground. Yeah, you guessed it. It's Diamondback, all right? His old buddy Willis Stryker from back in the Luke Cage TV series. Now, it turns out the same thing happened with all the other Defenders, okay, that are going to be in the Netflix TV series. So we're talking about Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and what's his name? The guy with the really not so great TV show, Iron Fist. There we go. Anyway, I did that on purpose. Okay, so, and as it turns out, they got attacked, but they were okay, except for Jessica. She actually took a bullet, and apparently it went close to her spleen or something to that effect. But yeah, she got hurt bad. She's unconscious in the hospital. So everybody goes there and lines up. And the way that they show their names and introduce them really quick is just freaking beautiful. This whole thing reads like not just like a comic book, it reads like that, but it reads almost like you're watching a TV show. And that's friggin' amazing. I don't know why this script isn't used, except that later on you can see the Black Cat is in it, Felicia Hardy, and she's really looking like Catwoman in this with the whole, tie or whip around her waist so it looks like a tail thing going on. Yeah. It's cool and all, but come on, man. Like, at what point do you just say, let's try and separate these characters a little bit? Anyway, so yeah, she goes into her apartment and Willis Stryker's in there and says, listen, I like you. I like the way you run your business, but I'm taking over. And if you, everybody else, I'm just going to mow over. But you, since I like you so much, if you want, I will let you take a back seat, let me drive. Okay. And then, you can just reap the rewards. And I'm talking, we're going to be making some real money, enough so you can retire on an island someplace. Yeah. Show me the goods, buddy. Show me the goods. So basically, she was actually working for Luke Cage, and the man shows up himself, and he's like, you went after my wife. After all these years, you were supposed to be dead. And let's be realistic. If heroes can come back from the dead all the time, why not the villains? So he comes back, and I don't even care how he came back. Maybe they'll explain in issue 2 or 5 or whatever. I don't really care. I'm totally okay with it. It's the comic books. Be good with it, all right? So shows up, tries to beat the tar out of him, but he uses some kind of dust on him, and like he's coughing up smoke or something, and then he gets his face pounded into the ground a couple times, actually through the floorboards. So there's something going on. He yells back to Black Cat, see, this is why I'll win. This is why I'll win. So yeah. Anyway, this was a pretty good comic. I gotta admit, this was really good. Like I said, it read like it was a script for an actual show or something to that effect. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like this later on. So I'm going to give this an A-. This was really enjoyable. You don't need much background in order to jump right into these characters. You want to watch the Netflix TV shows, it'll help you out. But if you don't know anything about the Defenders, you could read this comic and be totally okay for, as far as I'm concerned. It's not going to go into exasperating detail about who these guys are, but it's enough. It's enough. And I like it. I like it a lot. You also do get the added caveat of seeing that Luke Cage is just that dum-dum who's, bulletproof and all that stuff, but really overexerts himself in the sense of you go in there with your friends. It was a team effort to find where Diamondback was supposed to be, so it's a team effort to go after him, but he didn't do that. He went in alone, and that's why he's getting his butt handed to him as we speak. And he'll be getting his butt handed to him for another month until issue 2 comes out. Maybe it'll be bi-weekly and save him half the time. Anyway, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.